This program is brought to you by Waste Management of North County and Oceanside, who are dedicated to serving customers and community as a safe, comprehensive service provider, a good corporate citizen, and a responsible environmental steward. Think green, think Waste Management. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff.
Hi, welcome to Oceanside Spectrum. I'm your host, Elaine Swan, and we have a great lineup of guests to take us throughout our show. First, we have the Move Your Feet Before You Eat Foundation on our show to talk about the 13th Annual Pacific Marine Credit Union Oceanside Turkey Trot. The Vista Public Library will be here to speak about all of the great programs they have to offer the public. WRC will be in our studio to talk about their Spirit of Giving holiday event and domestic violence awareness programs they offer. The Achieve Your Champion Foundation will be here to talk about their mission and how the community can become involved. And finally, we have a very special announcement at the end of our program, and you don't want to miss it. So take a moment and get caught up with what's happening here in North San Diego County, because Oceanside Spectrum starts now. Hello and welcome. We're so glad you are joining us today. We are here with our very first guest of the day, and we have Kathy Canane. She is the executive director of the Move Your Feet Before You Eat Foundation, and also Jennifer Topsan, and she's the marketing director at Pacific Marine Credit Union. Ladies, welcome to the show. Welcome, Kathy.
Good to see you again, Elaine. 13 years.
Yes, I know.
13 times.
Oh my goodness. And you know what? The thing is, first of all, you spruced it up a little bit and
I
got
did.
a new turkey. Yeah, exactly.
Brand new.
It's brand new and it's all sparkly. You may not be able to tell, but it's really sparkly. Well, we are so glad. We're always glad to see you when you come, because we know it's about that time of year again. So for those 340,000 people who may,
Not quite that many,
right.
yes.
But for those who just don't know about the Move Your Eat Before You Eat Foundation, tell us about it and about this incredible event that we have here in Oceanside.
So on Thanksgiving morning, we'll have about 9,000 people come down and run and walk. About 80% of them walk. They'll do a 5K or a 10K or both, 15K. We have a youth 1 mile, we have a senior 1 mile, and we have a youth quarter mile. It is a great way to start the day on Thanksgiving, to come out and move your feet before you eat.
Yes, and it's such a great thing because, I mean, the teams that get together, the families, the causes, and speaking of the causes, the thing that's so great is people get to choose, which is of course why Pacific Marine is involved with the organization. So Jennifer, tell us about Pacific Marine Credit Union and why this is literally kind of you have embraced this organization and this event. So tell us about that and why.
Pacific Marine loves to do things in the community, and this is one heck of a fun way to kick off Thanksgiving. And not only is it fun and families get together and you can be passed by a piece of pumpkin pie, but every participant has an opportunity to donate $5 to the local charity of their choice. And that's really amazing to see the tens of thousands of dollars that Kathy and all of the community raises on behalf of all of our local nonprofit organizations.
Which is great. And your entire, you all don't just throw money. Every year, your organization is involved as well. I mean, physically involved, out there huffing and puffing. Is that correct?
We have a team of amazing people that like to run, walk, and of course pass out piggy banks, because we want those young folks to know that we're there to take care of their financial needs and get them started on the right path. Kathy's Turkey Trot takes care of all of their physical fitness, and we're there to take care of their financial fitness. So it's a really great time.
Very good. And so why do you think, of course, aside from the fact that folks are getting up in the morning and doing this beforehand, there are some really core reasons on why you make sure that this event happens every year. Tell us about that, Kathy.
Created the event to give a strong spirit of community to Oceanside. And I'm really proud to announce that Runner's World voted us one of the top 5 trots in the country, 2 out of the last 5 years.
Wow.
And we have been embraced by the community. Out of the 9,000 runners and walkers, we have about 4,000 are actually residents of Oceanside zip codes. And then we have about 1,800 from Carlsbad, and then Vista has about 900. So it's really a community event, and you know, you've been there. It's
Yes.
a big hug fest.
It is.
You know, the gun goes off, and about 2,000 of them run, and the rest of them go from one friend or family member to the other, hugging and taking selfies and posting it.
It's so true, so true, very good. And now, if for those of us who, you know, maybe some folks are just not quite ready yet, and they kind of need to get in a shape a little bit beforehand, you have something for folks before that, correct?
We do. As part of the Move Your Feet Before You Eat Foundation, we have an adult running program that's complimentary, and you don't have to register for the trot to participate. We meet on Tuesday and Thursday evenings at the Oceanside Civic Center right at the fountain, and we welcome beginners and people who have maybe never run before. We'll start out by walking and then walking and jogging, and it really just helps them get used to taking care of their bodies and getting fit in a real positive environment. You know, we watch the sunset. It is beautiful to be running and walking along the beach at Oceanside anytime.
That's so great. And this year you have someone new involved, Dick's Sporting Goods. Tell me about that.
So Dick's has really stepped it up this year. They're going to be hosting our walk-in registration.
Okay.
And so we're excited. You're going to go to pick up your bib, pick up your t-shirt, and get some great shopping in at the Dick's on Vista Way. And there's tons of parking, and of course, Walmart's right there, Stater Brothers, and so you can pick up some of last-minute items for Thanksgiving.
Perfect, very good. And so if people are interested in registering or getting their group involved, what do we need to do?
Just go to our website, osideturkeytrot.com, and we need about 400 volunteers. We need some volunteers, and for any local businesses, we have an expo to promote your product or service the day of the event, and we really do expect between 10 and 13,000 people throughout the day, so it's a great way to show off what's great about Oceanside.
That's so true. Very good. Well, thank you so much, Kathy. I'm so excited about it this year. And Jennifer, I'll see you at, we'll get together at practice, right?
One light pole at a time.
One light pole at a time, exactly. Very good. Well, make sure you visit the website so you can get details on getting involved with the Move Your Feet Before You Eat Foundation and get out there at that turkey trot. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here right now with Laura Kirkland and Angela Magana. They are both from the Vista Public Library. They're here to talk to us a little bit about all of the programs that they have, from the little itty bitty infants all the way up to teenagers. Welcome, ladies. Glad to have you at the show today. So glad to be. So there's so much that's happening at the Vista Public Library, which is really, really great. I didn't realize there was so much to offer, and so I'm going to make sure that I help get the word out and tell a lot of people. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so glad to be here. Now, one thing we certainly want folks to know about, which you had mentioned earlier, we're kind of talking about the fact that Vista Public Library is part of San Diego County.
Yes.
Yes, so tell us about that first just a little bit so folks know.
So we're the only library in Vista. We're one of 33 branches of the county library. So we have a collection that kind of moves around. So anything you want from, say, the San Marcos Library, we can bring into the Vista Library at no charge. And you can return at any of the county libraries, which is nice.
Oh, really? So if you check a book out and you happen to be across town at one of the other, you can return it there. And
Yes.
you're still, oh, well, that's good. That's really good. Gone are the days where you're rushing to the library to return return books. I was a bookworm, so I lived in a library growing up. I love to read. Well, some of the programs that are offered, Angela, are really, really great programs. And we were talking kind of a little bit about story time and it's how different. And the one that I thought is so cute is the milk and cookies. Tell me about that.
That's actually one of my favorite programs because that's the one I do. All staff members are kind of given the opportunity to do story time at the library. So on Mondays we have one staff member and on Tuesdays we have one. The thing I like most about Milk and Cookie Story Time is that it's geared towards families. So instead of it being for toddler or baby or pre-walkers, preschoolers, it's geared for the family. So you have parents who are dancing, you have moms, grandmas, so big brothers, little sisters, everybody's in the in the story with the little kids.
Aww.
And recently it went from an attendance to 10, and it's been getting bigger and bigger, and the kids just love it. So we do a regular traditional story time. It is bilingual. We do the colors, numbers, and alphabet in Spanish and English. My favorite part is doing the animal noises with the kids. So they learn the Spanish version and the English version. So it's lots of fun. And then of course the special treat they get is milk and cookies right after.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So it's Tuesdays at 6.
Tuesdays at 6. And so that's just one of many programs. So tell me what else you all have going on.
So every single day except for Thursday, we have a story time. So toddler story time on Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday, we have a baby story time. And then Friday, we alternate between preschool story time and something called preschool playtime.
Oh, what's that?
Which is a shortened version of story time, just a song and a book. And then we put out different stations where kids can do crafts, building, do Play-Doh. We do a touch and feel station where they can play with sand, and then puzzles. And then they come back at the end after they've socialized, maybe moved around to each different station, and also stayed with their parent.
Oh.
And then they come back at the end, sing a closing song, and they each really love to get a stamp at the end.
Oh, that's good. And then you have other programs as well. You move up as far as in age group. Oh, but you have homework help.
Homework help after school, Monday through Thursday. It starts at 4 and goes till 6. And we have some really great volunteers that have come from the surrounding schools to help out. It's really
and that's
smart,
what you need more of too, is volunteers,
yes.
right? Yeah. If folks are interested in volunteering, how do they kind of get involved, get in contact?
Yeah. Well, there's 2 different things. For the teens, we try to, for the homework help, our Daniel Aguilar, who's another librarian at the Vista Library, he's really good about recruiting kids and teens who are passionate about being in the library. So the teen volunteers that we do get from the homework help, which we're always looking for, they come in and they help the kids with either being a reading buddy or actually sitting down and doing homework with them. And one of the things that the kids do is they let the kids go in a treasure box, and they get to choose a little goodie after doing their homework. So it's really good, but we're always looking for them because our teen volunteers help us with a lot of the big programmings that we do have at the library. So the teens, they do have to be 14 to 17 years of
14
age.
to 17. Okay, that's good. And so running the program, I'm sure, the idea is to make sure that not only the children are benefiting, but the teens, I'm sure they benefit from it too, just sharing.
They learn how to do programming, coordinate different things that we're doing. We just had summer lunches where we serve lunches for kids for 8 weeks. Our teens ran the whole program.
Okay, really quickly, who's coming in December for the kids?
Santa Claus.
Yes.
That is on Saturday, December 15th. It's one of our other big events. This is actually, is it our 3rd or our 4th year? I think it's our 4th year doing it. And this year we're actually getting really fortunate. We're actually going to be having a miniature horse coming in. So the kids get to visit, not only take pictures with Santa, get to socialize with Santa, they get to decorate cookies. They make card making.
Oh, lots of things to do with Santa.
From
lots
12
of things
to 1.
12 to
1:30.
All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies. I certainly appreciate it. Make sure you visit the website for the Vista Public Library. You'll be able to see a list of everything that they have, their entire schedule. Have fun with your family this holiday season, and don't forget about Santa as well. We'll be right back.
Use motor oil or cocktail of toxins. Dispose carefully, you got lots of options. Never the trash, the drain, or the ground. That's insane and it ain't safe and sound. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city.
Recycle used oil and filters at certified collection points in Oceanside. For locations, see greenoceanside.org.
Hi, welcome back. Well, we're here with Brandy Clayton. She is the Special Events Coordinator at WRC, which is located here in the city of Oceanside, but serves all of North County. Yes. Welcome, Brandy.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you so
There's
much.
so many exciting things going on at WRC. And one of them has to do with this beautiful purple bag that we have sitting here. But before we get to the bag, for those who don't know, tell us about WRC and then explain kind of the name change so that everybody kind of puts it together and we recognize so it hits home.
Yeah, so WRC is known mostly throughout the community as Women's Resource Center because we've been around for 40 years in Oceanside. It was started by 4 women as a rape crisis hotline, and it's expanded, and now what we do is we provide domestic violence services for women, men, and children, and then we also have sexual assault services. Right now we're kind of focusing on our domestic violence services tonight. We provide shelter, residential, transitional housing for 2 years, counseling, legal advocacy, like kind of all services that a domestic violence victim or survivor might need in order to escape and start rebuilding their lives.
Right, that's very good, and you have served our community well. And so now we're getting ready to kick off the purple.
It's the Purple Purse campaign. It's from the Allstate Foundation, and they work with Serena Williams. She's the ambassador this year, and they focus on domestic violence and financial abuse. 1 in 4 women are affected by domestic violence, and what people don't realize is that the financial abuse is in 99% of those cases, and that's the reason why they stay. Financial abuse looks, and people don't really kind of understand it, it looks like sabotaging their work, calling them constantly so that they have to quit, being jealous of a coworker and making it you pick your work or you pick our relationship. Like credits, like they will run up credit cards and all that kind of stuff in the victim's name, and then she can't get good credit. So there's no way for her to leave. Or eviction notices because of their domestic violence. They get evicted from a lot of places, and then it makes it so that she can't go out and get her own apartment somewhere else, or he, but so that's kind of what financial abuse is, and it's like the major tool that they really use to keep them there.
Keep that control.
Make it so that they can't
And so you're
leave.
raising funds now. People can purchase
raffle tickets. This is a beautiful purse. Serena Williams designs it. It's Italian leather and suede. This is the 2nd year she's designed a purse. Each of the agencies that are involved in the campaign get one to raffle off through their program however they want to. So every $20 donation will get you. And we'll be a part of it again next year. We're like a premier partners, so now we get to be like a part.
And if folks want to make the $20 donation so that they can win the purse, how do they do that?
They would go to our Facebook or our website. We have a link, it's a bit link. So it's like bit.ly, and then you do lowercase WRC, uppercase PP for Purple Purse, and 2018.
For the year. That's good.
Or you can go to any of our social media now that we're on social media.
Yay! Speaking of, now that you're on social media, you also have a brand new website too.
We do. So it's the same address, wrcsd.org, but it's got a completely new facelift. You can find out how to volunteer, and you can actually fill out a form to do the volunteering. We have donations on there. We have our Spirit of Giving program on there. All of our events now, you'll be able to buy your tickets via the website. So it used to look like 1980s. Now it's rocking 2019. Like, it looks really great.
It looks really good. Okay, so with the Spirit of Giving, tell us about the Spirit of Giving campaign. All right.
Yes, so the Spirit of Giving campaign was started because we realized that a lot of our clients, when they've left and they're starting on their own, or if they're getting counseling services, a lot of them, because of the financial abuse, don't have the funds to create a Christmas that they would like to. So we started the Spirit of Giving campaign, and what we do is we accept new toys unwrapped, and we give 3 of the children in each of the families 3 gifts. And the great thing is we kind of set it up as a shopping experience, so the parents will come in and they get to pick the 3 gifts, so they get to really choose exactly what the child needs. And the teenagers get a $25 gift card to like Target, because they're kind of hard to shop for.
They are,
so,
yes, that's smart.
And then while the parents are doing that on that day, the kids are upstairs and they pick out a gift for mom or dad.
Oh, that is so
good. And those
good.
are all donations from like the community.
And so people, what can we do? Do we just drop the
you just drop them off. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 at our office location, and you can drop them off anytime you want to during that time period. If you go to our website and you look at this, like ways to give, it says Spirit of Giving, and we have PDFs of all of like the wish lists that will totally help you like figure out what it is you need to give.
Make shopping easy.
Yeah, and if you want to volunteer, you can actually volunteer, like sign up to volunteer that day, because on that day,
on your brand new website.
Yeah, we have close to like 30 or 40 volunteers that help us, because it's on December 8th. It's one big day from 8 to like 2 o'clock. All the families are coming in. They do all their shopping. We have these wonderful volunteers that wrap all of the toys.
Aww.
Santa's there. We have cookies. We have crafts.
And so you've really thought of everything for every single family. Well, that's good. That's so good. Well, thank you so much, Brandy. Certainly appreciate you. And thank you for everything you all are doing at WRC. Make sure you visit their brand new website so you can get details and information on how you can either volunteer or just give. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
We need a claim number? When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving. We're here to help.
Hi, welcome back. Well, I am sitting here right now with the West Coast Director of Achieve Your Champion, Damon Moretto. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So glad to have you here. This is an incredible program that you have, of course, for youth. And it was started by one of our very own individuals right here in the city of Oceanside. So first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And tell us about the organization and the founder of the organization.
Okay, well, the organization is Achieve Your Champion, and it was founded in 2015. The founder, his name is Michael Booker. Like you said, he's homegrown. He's an alumni from El Camino High School who was drafted in the NFL to the Atlanta Falcons in 1997, who's now retired in Texas, coaching and teaching in high school.
Very good. And so, of course, but this is still, home for him.
Yes.
So, and that's where you come in.
That's where I come in. Yeah, being the director here. Michael and I, we kind of connected in 2016. I was running another organization that he kind of saw what I was doing, and he said, I want to bring my organization back home, and I think you would be a great fit.
Oh, wow.
To run it.
So tell us about Achieve Your Champion and what you all do.
So Achieve Your Champion, our mission is to raise awareness for childhood obesity and diabetes through fitness and nutrition. Just trying to keep kids active and living a healthy lifestyle.
And what age group do you all serve?
We serve from K all the way up through middle school.
And is it mostly boys or girls or?
It's both, boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
Yes.
And so tell me about some of the activities that you do to try to help them kind of stay in shape.
We do a lot of different things, a lot of traditional and non-traditional sports and athletics. So traditional as far as basketball, football, soccer, and then when it moves to non-traditional, it's more of like kickball and dodgeball and tetherball, dance and things like that.
Right, very good. And so is this an after-school program?
Yes. Yes, we focus a lot on after-school enrichment programs, yes.
And so what do you do? Do you connect with the schools, and then is it for a specific length of time or just a semester? Is it their entire school year? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we pretty much focus on the schools throughout the school year. We're in various school districts right now, and they run from like maybe 6 to 10 week programs.
And so during those programs, do you select one particular sport that you focus on and then switch over?
Yes, we switch sports every couple of weeks, yes.
Okay. Yeah. And so now, of course, because you are in the variety of schools and so forth, there's lots of kids to have to deal with. And with that, you can only be in one place at a time, right?
Yes.
So with that, of course, you all need some volunteers.
Volunteers, absolutely.
And
yes.
how are some of the ways your volunteers help out?
A lot of volunteers come in and they assist some of the other directors that we have by just being there with the kids.
Okay.
They don't necessarily need to have a lot of sports knowledge, but just be good with kids.
That's good. Yeah, that's so true. And so with that being said, one of the things that we're just kind of chatting about is the fact that you all are not only here in the Oceanside area, but there are some other locations here in the California area.
Yes, so we have a couple of different territories. We have Riverside County, where I have an area director in that area, and then we have another director that focuses from like San Marcos down towards San Diego, more south.
Okay, which is good. And so what do you think of course you have a vision, but what do you all hope to really see or the end result for most of the children?
The end result is just to change their lives. Nowadays with technology, a lot of kids are kind of stuck in the house on video games, and we want them to get back to how it used to be, playing together, just being more active. even if it's just going outside and taking a walk down the street or up the street.
It's better than just sitting.
It's better than just sitting in the house. Yeah.
and watching that. Yeah. So do you in working with the kids, do you see a difference after they've kind of come through your program?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have so many different examples of kids that were just focused on not doing anything. And now they're really active. They're playing in a lot of leagues outside of what we do in the after-school programs, whether it's a flag football league or a city basketball league, but just doing so much as far as being active.
Does some of what you do, does it also kind of turn into mentorship a little bit as well?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
We definitely want to mentor a lot of kids. We also work with a lot of low-income families and a lot of at-risk youth.
Okay. So is there a cost for the students to get involved?
There's a cost. It's very minimal. We don't charge a lot to be involved in our programs. One of the things about our program is that we will never turn a kid away because of financial reasons.
Right.
So that's why the kind of donations and sponsorships and things like that come into play for
Which
us.
is what you all need, donations,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So people if you want folks to donate, how do they get in contact with you?
All they would need to do is either reach out to me by email or visit our website.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. We are a 501c3, so we are a tax-exempt organization.
Perfect. Very good. Well, this is so good. Yeah, this is great because this is a way to get kids together,
Yes.
get them to start moving around, and then of course also mentor them at the same time.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Very good. Well, thank
Absolutely.
you so much, Damon, for coming on and sharing.
Thank you for having me.
So glad to have you. Well, this is so great. Make sure you visit their website so you can get details and information. They're looking for volunteers. You want to help with children, or if you want to donate, you can always make sure that you do that. Well, that's it for our show today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Elaine Swan, and I do have one announcement for you that is so important to me. I have been serving here at KOCT as your host of Oceanside Spectrum for 10 years now, and I am announcing officially that this year is going to be my last year as your host. So please join me next month, okay? Make sure you tune in next month because we have a very special show in store for you. It's going to be my final show, and I'd love for you all to join us here in studio. For those of you who are local, it has been such an absolute pleasure sharing with you and being your host, but I want you to be here on my last day, all right? So thank you so much for watching Oceanside Spectrum. I'm your host today, and one more time, in just a little while, I'm Elaine Swan, and we'll see you next time.
This program was brought to you by Waste Management of North County and Oceanside, who are dedicated to serving customers and community as a safe, comprehensive service provider, a good corporate citizen, and a responsible environmental steward. Think green, think Waste Management.